So yeah, what's up everybody? We're going to talk about this full moon October 17th at 7:26 p.m. This is Eastern Standard Time, so you will have to change the time if you're in a different time zone. But this is the big cosmic cross, and we will look at the full moon chart to see these lunations, these aspects, these cosmic aspects, and how they are going to affect us. So we'll go over each sign starting from Aries going all the way through, and we will also have a little collective reading to see how it'll affect the collective as a whole. This full moon in Aries is very, very pumped up by the astrology around here with this cross, man. This cosmic cross where we have the sun and the moon opposing each other, Mars and Pluto opposing each other. We have a lot of, when we have the cross, we have a lot of conflicting things. We have, bridging, crossing over. We have at a crossroads. Maybe we're at a crossroads. There's many things we could think of. This cross is it's going to bring some kind of chaos, especially when we have the sun and the moon with Mars and Pluto are bringing, it's like impulsive actions. People have short fuse around this time. You have a short fuse. Other people you're around has a short fuse. These cardinal signs like Aries, Libra, Cancer, and Capricorn are going to be most affected by this full moon. This full moon in Aries is connected to the solar eclipse in Aries that happened last year in April, and it's also connected to the eclipse, the big eclipse that happened in April of 2023. I think it was April 20th or April 23rd, and then the one of April 8th happened this year. And this, the themes around that solar eclipse that happened in April 2023 are going to be the same familiar themes that we see around this time, and it's going to be like this. We're gonna have another full moon in Aries. I think it's the last full moon in March of 2025. So this cycle will end then. So this cycle from this April 2023 will last until March of 2025. So yes. So along with this impulsive actions, you can impulsive actions, also reckless actions, because we're talking about Mars, especially Mars trine Neptune. With Mars trine Neptune is telling us that we'll probably gain more by walking away at this time. Like, now's the time to walk away, be the bigger person. Neptune always tells us to surrender, to forgive. It reminds us to let go and to go with the flow, not to resist, not to, you think of Neptune as water and Mars as fire. Neptune puts damper on the fire, puts the water on the fire. Yes. So Libra is all about relationships. And Aries, you think Aries is in the first house, the initiator. This is all about ourselves. So we have the masculine, the feminine, and me and the we. There's some more information about this. And then we will get into all signs. Look in the tarot, all signs, and do the collective. We could think of Mars is also trine Neptune. So we have, when we think of Mars is the ruler of Aries, and Aries is all about the self, leadership, initiation, you know, the beginnings. And when we think of Mars, we think of this fire, anger, conflict, maybe even wars, or some kind of, maybe even violence. I think of like arguments and things like that, especially when it comes to our emotions. You know, when the sun is opposing the moon is now full. The moon is now shining its light on everything that was once hidden. We're going to go over this full moon and what it means for you in your sign, what the tarot says about this full moon, and what you need to be aware of, how you can direct this violence, this, it's not even violence, it's very conflicting energy. We have Aries, which is a lot about me, you know, the self in the first house, and the full moon is in Aries. Then we have the sun, which is in Libra, which is the opposite of Aries. You know, whenever we have the full moon, the sun is always opposing the moon on the other side. We have the sun in Libra, which Libra is all about the others. In the 7th house, relationships. So we have the me versus the we, the self versus others, you know, and we have this very pushing, pulling, opposing energy. We will see what this is, how this is affecting the collective at the end, but we'll start with Aries and go all the way through. What is up, everybody? Welcome to Spread Space. I'm ClairV, and here we have the tarot part of this full moon. See what the tarot says. We're connecting and using the tarot as a tool to get into it with these divine messages. Starting with Aries, we will go all the way through, ending with the collective secret message. Aries. Starting with Aries for this full moon, October 17th at 7:26 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The wheel, number 10. So it's almost as if we've been on this upward spiral, Aries, and we've been really connecting this we and the me. This moon is really affecting your sign, as this full moon is in Aries. So you are really going to be in the spotlight, or in the center, or lifted up, or, you know, celebrated. Perhaps
you are celebrating yourself at this time.
I see we're on an upward spiral, Aries. We're on an upward spiral. It's as if you received, it's like, I see you walking upstairs, and in the midst of you walking upstairs, these stairs started to move and like lift you up way faster and way higher than ever before. And it's as if this is help from the divine, it's help from outside sources, it's help from the stars, the cosmos. It's as if we've got this lucky streak on this steady spiral upward. Perhaps we are going to feel like we're on top at this full moon time. Maybe we are dyeing our hair blonde, and then we're putting the black in the blonde. I don't know. But it's as if we're underneath here, it's real dark, real cloudy. It's as if we've risen up from this darkness, and now it's like we can see from up here. It's like we see the darkness that we come from, and it's like, oh, we don't want to go back there. We don't want to go back there. Okay. You know, the wheel is also number 10. 10 also reduces down to 1. You know, like I said, we leveled up. We've come to some kind of ending and some kind of new beginning. And it reminds me of our life that perhaps, yeah, we are higher up, we are rising up, spiraling upward, but it's as if, you know, this wheel is in motion, isn't always in motion, is stays spinning. So it's up to you to keep your balance upright here in the center. Keep this masculine, feminine, the black and white, this discernment balance, so that way we can stay here at the top here, Aries. Right there. Okay. Thank you, Aries. On to Taurus, my fellow Taurians. Wow. Taurus received the King of Swords. So for this lunation, this full moon in Aries, Taurus, you're going to have to take on these qualities of the King of Swords, or perhaps you will be dealing with someone who has these specific qualities of the King of Swords. Now, the King of Swords is very analytical. He, like Aries was saying, how we rise above this, you know, it's very analytical, very fair. He's like the judge. The crow medicine, bat medicine, and owl medicine I'm seeing. So bats are very keen to, you know, they can't see very well with their eyes, and this is what I see. So the decision, or perhaps you're dealing with a person like this, or the characteristics that we have to take on right now is of the bat medicine, crow medicine, things of this nature, wisdom, discernment. You know, as I was saying, bats are very intuitive. They really feel. They can't see, so they feel with their senses, their heat sensors and their sensors. They're very like sensitive sensors to let them know when or if a predator is coming, and things of this nature. When we see the owl too, this is all about wisdom. The King of Swords is very fair and very just. So perhaps you'll have to make a decision, and we'll have to make that based on not what something looks like, but basically on how it feels, or the facts, the truth of the matter, you know, things of this nature. Swords is an air sign, so we are going to have to be real analytical, real, you know, what are the facts here? What's right? The King of Swords does not only what's right and what's best for himself, but he does what's best for everyone involved. And this is what's going on with you in the full moon in Aries, Taurus. On to Gemini. Ooh, Gemini received the Two of Wands in reverse. The Two of Wands in reverse, Gemini. So it's as if it's like drawing old school, or depicting old school. Maybe we're writing about the old school. Maybe we're drawing about the past, or dreaming of the past. With the Two of Wands in reverse, she's no longer looking in the future, it's looking in the past. So perhaps for you, Gemini, this full moon is really affecting you. You know, Chiron is right next to the moon, which Chiron is all about our wounds. You know, Chiron is the wounded healer. So perhaps we are, there's an ant crawling on here, so maybe ant medicine. Perhaps we have to work together, teamwork. You know, we're looking at the past, we're looking at the anger in the past, and we're turning this anger into universal love. You know, I see this pink, so it's like we're going straight from the lower, the root chakra, sacral chakra, to the higher heart chakra. It's like you're skipping two. So perhaps the two we skipped is the sacral and the heart chakra. So it's as if this sacral heart chakra needs to be connected to, it's as if we're going right past the center, the heart center. Perhaps it is blocked, this heart center is blocked, and maybe you know, looking at the past or drawing the past will help us get out some kind of feeling of the past. Maybe we do have to do that, like feel the past. I want to see what she's looking at. Okay, so she's looking at the Hierophant and the Hermit. So, okay, so it's as if she's looking at this, you know, the way up, the way to the light, the way to commitment, the way to God, the way to the divine, the way out of her normal life into, it's like trying to get up these stairs without the stairs. It's like, okay, here are these stairs. She rose above these stairs. You know what I'm saying? She got up here without using these stairs, or perhaps there's a secret way. You know, there's a way around here. Perhaps that's the decision here. That's why it's the two in reverse. There's an imbalance because we don't know if we should take the long way around or if we should just take the steps right up. Now, either way, where it leads us to the spirit, and it's lighting up something within us. This way with the Hierophant, if somebody helps us, if we go to somebody like a guru or somebody that can help us, or if we open up to some kind of outside help, it'll take us straight there. If you want to do it yourself, you'll have to go the long way, and you'll end up at the same spot, but it'll take longer. All right. That was for Gemini. Now, this is Cancer's card, the Hierophant, which is Taurus's card, really. But this is all about spiritual protection. And this is about your backbone, your kundalini, how your spine, your posture, your protection, how you sit, how you get up, our commitments. What are we committed to? What makes us happy? What makes you smile? When's the last time you laughed uncontrollably like this? You know, what makes you this happy? Cancer, the Hierophant is all about teaching and learning. Perhaps you have to be in this Hierophant. Maybe it's as if you're trying to teach yourself, like, hey, let's fake it till you make it. And it's like something like this. I see, like, hey, fake it till you make it. Like, hey, even if we're not happy, let's smile, because smiling will make us happy. Something like this, because we are rising up. You know, like Aries was spiraling up, Cancer, you are connected to Aries, Libra, and Capricorn, as they are connected to you. Alright, we'll make this part 2. Stay tuned for part 2, Leo to Pisces, and the collective, actually.